Okay, so today we are going to actually, before we upload to any platform, we're going to go through a couple of exercises, real quick exercises on, I need to make sure my ringer's up. Oh, come on. A couple exercises on doing your research on whatever the product is that you're going to be um, producing, selling, whatever, and just helping yourself to figure out, okay, is this a profitable niche? Is this not a profitable niche? Is this going to work? Is this not going to work? So we've talked through a few different, I think I'm showing, I'm showing my screen. We talked through a couple of different types of books. We talked about, your specific niche and what types of potential books. And I didn't even scratch the surface. Like, you really need to go out and look in your niche to find out what those books are potentially doing, how they're selling, whether or not they're moving, things like that. I also encourage you always go look at the Amazon Top 100 and see if you can find any of the books that you're interested in producing in the Amazon Top 100. So if I start with a basic one, and let's say we're going to do like a recipe book. Okay. So as I go through and I just pull up recipe books, of course, there's the first ones are paid. And note that these are paid spots for them. But what this is that they've created a journal that is a recipe book keepsake. So you can write down your recipes into the journal. Okay. And that is a great, great, great idea. If you're struggling with what content to put into your book, you can start by creating a blank cookbook. You can start with just that as your starting point and use that as the basis. So the only thing you'll have to do is create a cover and then have a bunch of lined pages. That's it. You can separate if you want to make some other, separations, like, oh, okay, I'll have 10 pages for desserts or 10 pages for entrees, 10 pages for breakfast, whatever. Or if you just want to leave it just 100% all lined, you can do that. You can create a table of contents so that at the beginning, the person can figure out what they want, what they want to write and how to find it, what page it's on. So you could do lined paper with page numbers. And again, coming up with your own products. This one is listed for $3.99, which is not expensive at all. And again, it's not complicated to create. You just have to create the cover. So this is one of the ideas when you talk about a low content book. Then as I go down and I look at some of the other recipes, there's some amazing recipes in here. Air fryer, of course. And then that journal comes up. Notice the tabs that they put in. So this one, they spent some money on, fully vetting this out and designing it out from beginning to end. But if you just want to do something simple with lined paper, you can do that. Then this one is, a heart healthy cookbook for two. But that's sponsored. So I'm pay attention to the sponsor, but I'm ignoring the sponsored. So I'm going to look at this one, the unofficial studio. I don't know what that is that they're saying. I don't know what that word is, but I don't know how to say it. It is evidently a Japanese specific thing. Another one of these recipe books. So you can write your own recipes. And then they've got Snoop Dogg's cookbook. So it's got his cover on it. It's got an image like the Chronic, if you know what that album is. And it's a Snoop Dogg book. You can get it in hardback, spiral. So he's got it for sale and he's in the bestseller. So he's coming up. And then again, more create your own. So your create your own, what I'm finding is fascinating is the create your owns are coming up first in the search. And I can guarantee you that this one is in the top 100. In the Amazon Top 100. So if I go down here, and its books are ranked differently than any other products that are on Amazon. So it's in the Amazon Top 100. It's 90,000 because it's coming up first in the search. So those are things you want to pay attention to. Now, there are a couple of different sites where you can see potentially what are the sales for this particular book. And if I go into this tool, and I put in the bestseller rank. This is not an ebook. This is a book. and I go and get the sales rank, which is 9508. Let me see if this is the site that I was looking for, 508. So this book, estimated based off of that sales rank, is selling 53 times per month, and sales per day, roughly about 4 sales per day. Based on that sales rank, that's what it's doing. And so that information is helpful for you to know as you kind of figure out what type of book am I going to create. So if I go back, that was just recipe books, and I'm just staying on the first page. And I can guarantee you everything that's on the first page that's not sponsored is in the Amazon Top 100. I can guarantee that without a shadow of a doubt. So you can look at these and see if there's any inspiration that you can glean from these books, the inside, the outside. So this one looks like it's another one of those that they've done a little bit of fancy stuff with it. They've got, it's lined. If I zoom in, you can see that they've kind of separated out, but it's still, you know, it's open and it's lined. So can you create the lines for the ingredients? Yeah. Can you create, write the words prep time and then put a line for that, cook time, total time, servings, additional block for notes, you know, just the word recipe. And then they've got the 2 little olive branches up there. On the other side, directions, and then you've got memories. All of that is what they put into this amazing book. And I feel like that's something that you could create because it's just a replica. It's replicatable. It's a replicatable page that you can replicate the pages over and over again to produce this. And they are also giving you, it looks like, some stickers. So stickers, something as a print on demand seller you can do. And then they also have a video. Now, more than likely, they're not showing the person. Just turn the sound off. All they're doing is just showing the book on the counter. So they're not doing anything exciting. So it's coming in a box. Now this is a complete package. And do you have to do all this? Nope. But you can design a book and you can sell it on KDP and you can record a video for it. And you can use that as part of your listing. This is an example of creating videos to promote the specific listing that you're creating. So do you have to do something this fancy? No. But is this something you could potentially do later on? Absolutely. It's something that you could advance to at some later point as you continue to work on your product creation skills. So this book sells over and over again based on its sales rank. It sells over and over again every single month. This one is probably like, I don't know, 100,000. Let me just go see. It's the same one. No, this one is 55,472. 55,472. So if I go to 55,472 and I do a search, calculate, this one sells roughly about 83 times per month. 83 times per month. Now, do I know what the sales profit is on this? No, I have no idea. But if I go over to a site like Lulu and I decide I'm going to create something similar, and you know, I don't know how many pages, so you probably want to read the listing to see how many pages, a total of 90 recipes. So it's in a minimum 200 pages. There it is. So it says it's 200 pages, 100 sheets. So front to back, 100 sheets. So I can go over to Lulu and based on 100 pages, what is the cost for this book? Spiral bound. You can look at the dimensions. It's telling you how big the book is up at the top. So put in these dimensions or choose something that's similar in size, and then see how much Lulu is going to charge you to print and ship that to your customer. So that print and ship may be something like $9. Let's just say hypothetically that's what it is. I don't know that it is, but let's just say hypothetically it is. So then minus platform fees and anything else, that's your cost. What you make off of that is, you know, what you put in your pocket could be amazing if it's selling 83 times per month. Now, are you going to be that lucky right out the gate to have something that sells 83 times per month? Probably not. But this is another example of one of those books that once you create it, you don't ever have to create it again. You don't ever have to create, it'll sell year after year after year. Next year, you can put a different design on the front and sell that version, a variation of it. The next year, you can put another different design on the front and sell that variation. So again, that's another reason why with books, I love this idea because you don't have to do anything drastic. Um, so all you have to do is just get started. Creating pages that are lined, think through the process. If you're, you like to cook, what are the things that you normally see in a recipe book? And what are the sections that you need to make sure are in your book? Okay. And more than likely, if you go out to Canva, you'll probably find those inside pages for recipes. You'll probably find the inside pages for different things. So the measuring cups and all that other stuff. So the different types of recipe books, whether you create a low content one or you create one that actually has true recipes in it, you could actually do a complement to the book. So maybe you have a book buddy where you have the recipe book and then you have your own journal book that goes with it. Maybe they have similar colors or covers and similar designs, and you use that as the basis for expanding your business. So now I'm going to go over to devotional. I'm going to type in journal. On Amazon, this is telling me, which ones are the most popular. The ones that are sponsored are the first ones. But then you've got 100 Days of Believing Bigger. Okay. 100 Days of Grace and Gratitude. So there's a theme for the first two. It's about 100 days. This is a 52-week scripture devotional guided prayer. Then you've got a guided grief journal. Okay. So I can tell you that these first ones, you've got one that's Kindle for sure. This one is not Kindle. So this one's a Kindle one, Kindle Unlimited. It's available on Kindle Unlimited, and it's a book. But you can also buy it as a paperback, audio book, or spiral bound. So there's probably some writing that can be done inside of this. We'd have to open it up just to see. And then the gratitude book, 100 Days of Gratitude. Again, sometimes you'll see the sample pages. This is a bestseller. Prayer journal for women. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. It says it's a paperback. It's $9.95, and I'm going to go look at the sales rank for it. So this was originally created, it looks like in 2019. If I scroll down, this book is $3.53 in books. Oh my gosh. It's $3.53 in books. I don't know if you know that the lower the number, the faster the thing is moving. So this is $3.53 in books. Sales per month, roughly about 4,457. That's a lot of books. That's a lot of books. So let's go look and see what the inside, you get a chance to look on the inside. Okay, so they only have 4 pages. You really can't see anything else. So my guess is that there's a placeholder for writing. Let's see what other pictures they have down here. If there are, if I can just scroll. Okay. It says there's 6 images. Okay, so this is a complement to the Bible. And as you can see, they've got the Bible in the background. And then they have space for writing. Lord, thank you. Teach me. You got a place for the week of. You've got a scripture at the top, things of my heart, prayer requests, highlights, and I bet you it's rinse and repeat. The only thing that's probably different is the scripture at the top of the page. Every page is probably the same. This one is reflect. So this is the journal section. So they're writing. And then after the journal section, there's a reflect section. So my guess is that because they're doing a reflect, it's probably at the end of a week. So they're doing daily writing every single day, Monday through Sunday through Saturday. And then at the end of the week, they do a reflect. That's just an assumption. I have no idea. I have to buy this to see. So this will be one of those that this is my jam. I would actually buy this book just so I can understand how they laid it out, what they did, how it was designed, so that I could, not trying to take, 100% of their idea, because I started off with my own idea, my own concept, with that mind mapping exercise that we did before. You're dumping out your ideas, your thoughts, your feelings. So we're not copying somebody else's book, but we can be inspired by it and look at the contents to see, you know what, I didn't think about adding that to mine. So I already had my list of things I wanted in mind. Now I have some additional ideas of what else I can put in there. So the only thing I don't like, but it's probably perfectly fine for them because they clearly are getting a boatload of sales, is the dark pages. Only because I experienced some challenges with the darker pages, and how that could affect the page to the right from a printing standpoint if you're doing print on demand. But that was just my personal experience. It could be the printer that I chose, things like that. But I love this. I love this journal. I love this idea. And you can clearly, based on the sales rank, see what's happening with the sales. And this is all estimate. This is no guarantee that these are the real numbers. There it is, sales rank. So, but that is an amazing sales rank for this particular book. And it's, the author is clearly doing fine. So if you're selling, you know, I don't know, you're selling almost 4,000 every single month. I mean, 4,000, that's nice. That's bananas. And they're selling it for $9.99. So they clearly have a lot of this particular book. And maybe you get to that place where you first start off with print on demand and then you make enough money to where you can buy it in bulk and then have it shipped out. That could be a process, or that could be part of your, you know, strategy or your plan. So even if I'm making, let's say, $3 per book, that's still a nice amount every single month. Even if you were making $1 per book, that's still not bad at all, because the sales are crazy. So that's something to think about as your book starts to take off. You start getting more sales. It might be worth the investment to go back and, you know, change it up a little bit and possibly, you know, order books in bulk or whatever the case may be. So the paperback is $9.95. The spiral is $21.99. $21.99 is what it is. Could you do this book in KDP? Could you do it in Lulu? Could you do it on some of the other platforms? Yeah, I think you could. Absolutely. I think you can design the entire thing. Does it have to be this fancy in the front? No. Does it have to be this fancy starting off? No. But again, you know, I don't know what your idea was that you had in mind when it came to, you know, doing the books. Okay. And then this is Grace Upon Grace Journaling Devotional. So I'm interested to see what's on the inside. So there's a hardcover and then there's a Kindle version. So we can see if we can see what the page is. That's the back. So there's a place to write and a place to read. Okay. So we've gone through the exercise of looking at, you know, how do we add lined paper? How do we, you know, you're going to have a section where it's covering a specific thing. Let me see how many, I see days listed on here. So based on the description, read more. It doesn't clear 100. It's 100 devotional. So I guess it's 100-day devotional. Maybe that's what it is. It'd be nice if it was clear as to whether or not that's what the case is. This one is Jesus in high school. What I wish I knew in high school. The Jesus I wish I knew in high school. Very curious about that one. Hold on. Let's just go look. So is this a book or is this for journaling? This is a book. It looks like this is a book. But it is talking about being overwhelmed as a teenager. And there might be a journaling opportunity for a book like that. So if you have some ideas around the words, you know, do that. But if you want to create a low content book where you don't have to, you know, write as much in words, then you can definitely create some journals around that. So I think this is 100-day. That's the only thing that I would have included in this listing, is tell me how many days it is. So, because it doesn't, unless I'm speed reading too fast, it doesn't say. Okay, so then the other thing, and we could go on and on, come and, you know, you can come and look at these. And the site that I'm at to check to see what the price is tckpublishing.com. Again, tckpublishing.com. And you can go to Amazon Book Sales Calculator and put in the bestseller rank, which is what BSR is, bestseller rank. put in that number, or you can do ebook or regular book, and then click calculate sales, and it will give you an estimate. It's no guarantee. Jungle Scout normally gives you an estimate for products, but they don't have books as a category. So I would go to TKC Publishing to go look at that. Okay, so the other thing is workbooks. And we'll do let's do crossword. Let's do memory exercises. So one of the things, especially as a person who has been dealing with COVID and the side effects of COVID, which are terrible, is some people have been impacted by their memory or their ability to focus or to concentrate. And so having those types of books where you can do mazes and crossword puzzles and word finds and all of that, that's something that you can create, and you don't have to worry about, somebody copying what you do. You can choose what your word, you can create a word find. Have you not seen like the word find puzzles? You can find it diagonally, you can find it horizontally, you can find it, vertical, the word inside of a bunch of different letters. You could create your own Sudoku, workbooks. You can do crossword puzzles, and you can create your own version of a crossword puzzle. You could do mazes where people have to get out of, they have to find the beginning and the end of the book. And so as people are aging, and also as people are dealing with the side effects of COVID, more books like these where they can engage in activities that kind of work on the brain is a good thing. I don't know that we're going to see much on the inside of this, but let's just see. So this one, they've got all their publishing rights, activities for stroke victims. So they've got letters and alphabet, which is pretty straightforward, easy to do. And you could create a simplistic book like this as well. I can guarantee you, because this one came up, that the sales rank, it's in the Amazon top 100. So let's go see what the sales rank is. The sales rank on this, and you see it's in the top 100. It's 116,045. 16,045. So this is probably selling 42 times a month. Again, something you can create, and you don't ever have to create it again. So if you go after those types of things, and this one is focused 100% on stroke victim activities, but could these activities be repurposed for kids? Could these activities be repurposed for, elementary kids, preschool, whatever? Yes, they can. They can all be repurposed. You can create a book that's focused on a specific group of people, whether it be seniors or people that are suffering, COVID, sufferers, and, giving them brain activity, brain exercises to do. And then you could repurpose the entire pieces of the workbook for other stuff. So I want you to continue to imagine what it is that you could be doing with your low content book, whatever it is. Or maybe it's not a low content book, but whatever it is you're going to create, whether it be a journal, notebook, whether it be something for tracking different things like niches. There are people that are bird watchers. They probably need a bird watching journal. There are people that go to classic car shows, and they probably want a journal and maybe a place where they can put the pictures of the classic cars they've seen when they go to classic car shows and what show it was at. There are people, of course, workout journals, and then, meal planning journals or diet and exercise journals. There's budgeting journals. There's, activities for your kids, especially kids who have ADD, ADHD. You can create a journal where you can track what activities you did with the child on a regular basis. If you have a parent that is going through something, they're aging, and they need, you need to do some things with them, you can create a journal for that. Medical journals, if you have to go to the doctor on a regular basis, you need to keep track of what's happening with your body and what those issues are. All of these are ideas. They're all ideas. And all of it stems from, what did we start with for our print-on-demand product? What did we start with for our downloadable product? And where else can this thing go? So the idea that I love the fact that this could be something that you produce once and it's out in the universe forever, or you can produce once and then change the cover every year or every 6 months and just republish the same thing so you can continue to get sales on it. So I want you to think about that. Seriously, think about what you could be doing with, the stuff that you are putting together from a print on demand standpoint. And also think about sticker books. Sticker books are like one of the easiest things in the world. And what I mean by that is there's some books out there where there's nothing on the inside of the book. All you do is put stickers on the inside of the book. And I was like, what? So all they do is they put stickers on the ends. Now there's stickers that you can peel out of books, and then there are books where there's nothing on the inside but blank paper, and you put stickers inside the book. Okay. So this is not one of the ones that I'm thinking about, but there are actual books out there for people to put stickers of, if they're collecting stickers of, I don't know, Marvel characters or stickers of Disney characters. And they just put all the stickers inside this book on blank sheets of paper. So you literally just decide the outside and put a bunch of pages on the inside, and that's it. So there's nothing to creating that book. It is just a blank book where you can stick your stickers on the inside. And why somebody would want that, I don't know, but people are buying it. So I am going to serve whatever people are buying. If that's what they're buying, I'm going to put it out in the universe and let somebody buy it. Okay. All right. So I hope this is helpful. The tool that you can use to kind of go look at your, starting with Amazon, and this is only good for Amazon. You can go to tckpublishing.com, click on the Amazon Book Sales Calculator. Amazon Book Sales Calculator. Go scroll down from Amazon to the bestseller rank, and then type in the rank, indicate whether it's a book or ebook, and do calculate sales. That'll give you some insight as to whether or not what you're thinking about getting into is going to be worth it. Now, if there's high competition for the thing, that's one thing. But if there's low competition for it, that's even better. So pay attention to what you see on that first page when you do a search. If you see a lot of books with the same content, or if there's variations. If there's variations, it could be the keywords that you're typing in, and that is how they're classified, because the keywords matter on the back end. The keywords always matter. So I hope this is helpful. Put this into your mind map as you do the research and you come up with some ideas. Just think about the fact that, if you created every 3 months or every 6 months, one new book, even if it was one every 9 months, and I've talked about that before, just one new book, what would your life look like maybe, 2 years from now? How many books could you just be getting royalties on every single month for a period of time? And all you do is release it with a different cover. Seems simple enough. So go do some research. I hope this is helpful. What questions can I answer based off of what I talked about today? What questions can I answer? What information can I address?
I don't think I have any.
Okay. Well, I hope this was helpful. Go check it out and do some research. Continue your research so you can make informed decisions and put together a game plan. All right. With that, I'm going to say goodbye for now, guys. Have a good one.